What's that? Why can't I do this? Focus. Hi! Hi! I'm so glad you're here. If you've watched enough of my videos, or maybe even just one of them, you'll know that I have a dog, and her name is Pearl. Right now she's sleeping, so she's not up on my lap for the intro. Pearl is 6 years old, and she is a rat terrier chihuahua mix, we think. We're pretty sure. The description seems to track with some of her features and how she acts. She's got a really long body and very little legs. And because of her little legs, sometimes she struggles to jump up on things, including my bed. I often have to hold my hand behind her head, and so she'll use it to brace herself and climb up the side of whatever we're getting onto, if I don't just pick her up and put her up there myself. The getting up isn't usually the biggest problem, but it's the getting down that concerns me because I worry about her little joints, and that's only going to be more of a concern as she gets older. So I've been meaning to build her a little ramp to get up and down off of my bed without destroying her little joints. So I thought this might be a fun little video to make my little Pearl a ramp out of the many cardboard boxes I have stashed in the corner of my workshop. So that's what we're gonna do. My mom has a set of puppy stairs for our family dog Mabel, and she recently cleaned the cover for it, and I guess I'm not too surprised to find out that it was just cardboard slats stacked on top of each other. I would try and build her some stairs, but she doesn't like stairs, and I don't know if she would use it if I made it a set of stairs. So we're gonna try a ramp. She's also a very suspicious little pup. I don't know why she's so suspicious of everything and everyone, even me. Trying to get her to come into my workshop sometimes, I don't know if she thinks she's in trouble, but anytime I call her in, she's just staring at me from the other side of the room. She's a very suspicious dog and trusts nothing, so I'm not sure if she'll even want to use it. So I think a big part of making this successful is making it wide enough that she doesn't feel like she's going to topple over the side. Once that happens, she'll never use it again. So we're gonna have to make it pretty wide. I'll have to figure out what kind of fabric I want to cover it with, but I have to build the actual ramp before we get to the making it cute part. So let's get to work. After a quick cuddle for Pearl, I then had to measure how long it needed to be, how high, and how wide it needed to be. So I measured my bed and my bedroom floor, and then measured pieces of cardboard to make it work in the space that I have. Then I just started cutting and assembling things, even though I didn't take proper stock of what cardboard pieces I had, which ended up in me using 2 pieces of cardboard when I could have just used 1. Then I took some of this cling wrap that I found in the tool room and just kind of wrapped everything together, because once it's all built, it'll be inside of a cloth wrapping anyway that will hold most of it together. So I know that the tape and the wrapping isn't the most structurally sound thing to do, but it's all I had and I made it work. Next, I started to cover it in some green fleece. Now, I know this is a bit of a slippery fabric, but I'm not going to use it to be making any clothing like I am most of my other fabric, and I didn't want to use that for this. Plus, a lot of it would have been just as slippery, so this seemed like the best option I had on hand. I hot glued this bottom panel onto this bottom piece of fabric to it because when I tried to hand sew it, the needle wouldn't go through it very well. And I'm just literally 2 stitches away from being done with the hand sewing on this. This is how I've been sitting here, hand sewing with the glue gun next to me, hand sewing and in between hot gluing what I needed to get done. As I was sitting here finishing the hand sewing, preparing to hot glue this bottom ridge, I heard this huge pop and a flash of light. I screamed. I wish I'd been filming because it was wild. My computer, which was playing a video through my speakers, the sound cut off and the lights went out. And I'm sitting here thinking that the lights have burst, like a light bulb burst. Maybe my extension cord back there zapped or I don't know. I went to the fuse box. It had blown a fuse. Something had blown a fuse. I'm not sure what. So I clicked the thing and then I came back and I'm on the phone with my mom talking this through because I'm like, I don't know what it was, but this happened, just so you know. The first thing I did when that noise happened and the lights flashed is I unplugged my hot glue gun because it's on an extension cord. I didn't want anything else to contribute to something going wrong. So I'm on the phone with my mom talking through what it could be and I go, oh, maybe it was the hot glue gun. again. Let me test and see. So I plug it in again, and it once again flashed, popped, blew a fuse. I once again screamed, and I screamed like an elderly person who has seen a ghost. Then a burning smell started to fill the air, so I immediately unplugged it. Yeah, it's been unplugged for a bit now, and it is still warm, and I'm not sure what to do with it. Out of curiosity, I might take it apart and see what went wrong. My goodness, did it give me a good fright. Yeah, thank goodness I wasn't using it. It would have happened right above my fingers. I was like 30 seconds away from grabbing this to use it on the rest, which would have been terrible because it did flash, and I would have been this close to where it had. So I'm gonna take a break and then come back, possibly with a different glue gun, and see if I can't finish this up. Back from my little break, I tried taking the hot glue gun apart to see what had gone wrong, and I cannot pry it apart. But my mom is gonna let me borrow her little mini glue gun because there's one section left to hot glue the lining together. And I'm gonna decorate the sides to make it look cute. It kind of looks like a little grassy hill out of a Mario game right now, which I kind of love. And I don't know if I want to lean completely into a Mario theme, so I'm just going to decorate the sides with little flowers. I'm gonna take tonight to draw and cut out all the flowers and leaves and things like that, and then we'll attach them tomorrow, and then we'll see if Pearl will even use this gigantic thing I've made. I'm afraid she won't, because again, she's very suspicious of everything, so she might not use it at all, and all of this will have been for naught. But we will see it tomorrow, so I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, it's the next day. Oh my goodness. Hey you. Last night I cut out some more flower and leaf and stem shapes, and all that's left to be done is to hot glue them onto the ramp. So that's what we're gonna do. But not before reading that you need proper eye protection for some reason while using a hot glue gun. I don't know, I'm not gonna question it anymore. Okay, it's all done. It's all put together and decorated, and it's time to see if my little baby will use it or if I just made this for nothing. Let's go find out. What's this? Wow. Come on. Wow. It's fine. Yeah, come on. Good girl. Come on. Tell me you can do it. Come on. Come on, you can do it, come on! It's too steep and the material is too slippery. So I'm gonna go see if I can undo some of the stitches at the top and then just chop some of the height off of it and fix it somehow. I don't know. I chopped off a few inches, and by a few, I mean quite a few, and we're gonna try again. Oh, very good. Yeah. Come on. Oh, yeah, you're almost there. Good girl. Good girl, yay! Oh, he's such a good girl. Okay, can you go down? Can you go down and now too? Yay! Come up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, you can do it. Oh, you failed. No. Yay! Yay! Ready? Come on. Yay! It worked. She did it. It's still a little bit slippery, so I'm gonna maybe add some little strips of hot glue or something to give a little bit of texture. The tricky part will be getting her to only use that to get up and down, but I'm gonna call it a success. Well, that went sort of well. Lesson learned. I need to measure things more. The slope was just too crazy for her. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, I know what I was thinking. I wanted it to be able to reach the top of the bed and not come out super far because there isn't a whole lot of room between my bed and the wall. So to avoid having a super long slope, I made it super steep, so it only came out to here. And my poor baby. She slid down so fast. So it doesn't quite reach the top of the mattress, but that's okay because she could step up. And I did add some hot glue strips, so hopefully that'll make a difference. I do think it's cute. I've been meaning to redecorate my bedroom for a while, and I might just lean into this little garden fairy aesthetic that I have going in my living room and now partially in my bedroom, because it does make me very happy. So maybe that'll be a video in the future. I don't know. But for now, I'm very happy she has something she can use to get up and down without jumping. And hopefully that'll make a difference with her little joints. So yeah, if you liked watching this process, you can let me know by hitting the like button, and if you want to see what I'm doing next and join the channel, hit the subscribe button, and if you want to know when I post, hit the notification bell and YouTube will let you know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!